I'm Kirti and this is the second lecture of named organic reactions. Today we shall do the Michael addition reaction. So what is Michael addition reaction? It is the addition of a carbene ion generated from the active CH group of an organic compound at alpha beta unsaturated olefin in basic medium. So let us try to identify our reactants from this text. So it says that Michael addition is the addition of a carbene ion generated from active CH compound of active CH group of an organic compound. That means one of our reactants is an organic compound which has active CH group. While doing Manish reaction, I told you that active CH groups or active CH bonds are those bonds which are weak and can be easily breakable, so that it gives away H plus and a carbene ion is generated. Okay. So the first reactant is organic compound with active CH group, and this carbene ion will attack at alpha beta unsaturated olefin. Okay, so the second reactant is an alpha beta unsaturated olefin. Actually, this name Michael addition itself suggests that one of the reactants should be unsaturated, because in organic chemistry, addition reaction takes place only in the compounds which have double or triple bonds, right? So the first reactant is organic compound with active CH group, and the second reactant is alpha beta unsaturated olefin, and this reaction is happening in the presence of a base. Okay. So let us try to write a general form for this reaction. So you have an organic compound with active CH group. Now consider this compound. So this carbon has two electron withdrawing groups on it and two hydrogens. So the presence of this electron withdrawing groups make this CH bond weak, and this compound can easily give away H plus and a carbene ion is generated here. Okay. So this is a organic compound with active CH group, and we should have alpha beta unsaturated olefin. This carbon has an electron withdrawing group on it, so it becomes an alpha carbon. Now here you have the beta carbon, and there is an unsaturation between alpha and beta carbon. Now let us satisfy the valency by putting hydrogens. So this is our alpha beta unsaturated olefin. Now this reaction is happening in the presence of a base. Okay. So what this base does, it abstracts the proton from this compound and generates a carbene ion. So what you get is this EWG. You will have one hydrogen on it. Since this hydrogen has left as H plus, this carbon will get a negative charge, and this base will be with this H plus. Now look at this compound. You have an electron withdrawing group on this carbon. So what it does, it pulls this pi bonded electrons towards itself, in this direction, and what happens as a result, this carbon, beta carbon, it becomes electron deficient and it gets a partial positive charge, and this one becomes electron rich and it gets a negative charge. So this is a nucleophile, right? Carbene ion is a nucleophile. Therefore, it will go and attack on this beta carbon since it is bearing a positive charge. Now the product you get is, now you have a negative charge on this carbon. So this H plus from base will go and attack on this carbon. So what you get is carbon with two electron withdrawing groups. This is this carbon. You have one hydrogen on it, and this carbon is forming bond with this beta carbon. You have two hydrogens on it. Now there is no double bond between alpha and beta carbon because it got reduced by addition of this carbene ion and this H plus. Okay, so there is only a single bond now. Single bond CH. And this H will attack here, so it becomes CH2, and you have this electron withdrawing group. Let me check the product once again. So this is CH, electron withdrawing groups. This is the CH2. This is alpha, this is beta, this becomes carbene ion. Okay, and this is donating its electrons to this carbon, okay, or this compound. So since it is donating its electrons, that means it is a Michael donor. I mean, it is called a Michael donor. Okay, and since this compound is accepting the electrons, it is called a Michael acceptor. So this Michael addition is nothing but the reaction between Michael donor and a Michael acceptor in the presence of base. Okay. So let us list out all the Michael donors and Michael acceptors. I mean all the compounds which can act as Michael donors and Michael acceptors and can undergo this Manish reaction. So here is the list of Michael donors and Michael acceptors. So what should be the characteristic of a Michael donor? It should give away H plus easily and form a carbene ion so that it can donate those electrons to this Michael acceptor, or it should already have electrons to donate it to Michael acceptor. Now look at these compounds. In every compound you have a CH2 group which is sandwiched between two electron withdrawing groups. Here it is CH2 between two keto groups, CH2 between a keto and a nitro group, CH2 group between an ester, between two ester groups. Here it is the CH2 between ester, nitro, here ester and keto. Here it is between ester and cyano. So these electron withdrawing groups make these protons acidic so that it can be easily released or given away as H plus and a carbene ion get generated here. Okay. Now this generated carbene ion will attack on this beta carbon. So all here these compounds are capable of generating a carbene ion in the presence of base. Now look at these compounds. These compounds can also generate a carbene ion because when this compound it gives away H plus, then you get a negative charge on this carbon. So when you get a negative charge on this carbon, it satisfies the 4n plus 2 electron rule. Okay, this is the Huckel rule for aromaticity. Now after giving one H plus, it becomes aromatic. So these compounds also readily give away this H plus. And this carbene ion formed can attack on this Michael acceptor. So these compounds can also act as Michael donors. Now look at this. This is an amine and this is an ene amine. You have a amine group on a double bonded carbon. I mean between two double bonded carbons. So therefore this is an ene amine and this is an amine. These do not give away the H plus, but this nitrogen you see, it already has a lone pair of electron to donate to this electron deficient carbon. And you look at this amine. This can donate the electrons to this carbon in two ways. Either it can donate this lone pair of nitrogen to this beta carbon, or it can donate this pi bonded electrons to this beta carbon. Okay, therefore these two compounds, that is amine and enamine, can also act as Michael donors. Now look at Michael acceptors. Michael acceptors are simple. You should have the unsaturation between alpha and beta carbon. Now you look at all these compounds, there is an electron withdrawing group. So when there is an electron withdrawing group, the carbon adjacent to it becomes alpha carbon and the carbon which is adjacent to the alpha carbon is the beta carbon. And you have the unsaturation between alpha and beta carbon in all these compounds. Therefore, these compounds can act as Michael acceptors. So there can be other compounds also which can act as Michael donors and acceptors, but I have listed only few of them. Okay. So let us try to write this Michael addition reaction using specific example. Okay, I'll take this compound as the active CH group compound or the Michael donor, and say this one as the Michael acceptor. So let us try to write the reaction between, Michael addition between this and this reactant. Okay, the second one. So you have a CH2. Let me write it this way. You have a CH2 and you have ester groups, two ester groups on it, plus take this alpha beta unsaturated compound. I'll replace this R with a phenyl group. Okay, it becomes PH, CH, double bond CH, C double bond O, O. I'll replace this R with CH3. Okay. Let it be R and this be R dash. Okay. So I'll rub this. Let me write it here. Nr2 and enamine. So this reaction is happening in the presence of base. Generally, sodium methoxide is used as base and the solvent you use is ethanol. Okay, C2H5OH. So in the presence of base, what happens? One of these hydrogens will go as H plus to the base. Okay, and a carbanion is formed here. So what we get is a carbanion. And this H plus will be abstracted by this base. So look at this compound. This oxygen is more electronegative, so it tries to withdraw this pi bonded electrons, and this pi bonded electrons will shift here. So what you get is PH, CH, single bond. So you get a positive charge on this carbon because this pi bonded electrons have shifted here. CH, there is a double bond between this carbon and this carbon. Now you have a negative charge on oxygen, OCH3. Okay. So this carbanion will go and attack on this beta carbon. This is an alpha carbon and beta carbon. Always remember one thing. The CC bond is formed between the carbanion and beta carbon in Michael addition. Okay. So you get a pH. Let me write it here. The product will be CH. You already have a pH on it. Now you have a carbon bonded to this carbon, and this carbon has two ester groups on it. COOR, COOR. Okay. You have CH, double bond, C, O minus, OCH3. But you have this H plus. Where is that H plus? Yeah, you have this H plus with base now. Then what happens? This oxygen will donate its lone pair of electrons to this carbon, and this bond will shift on this carbon. So this carbon will get a negative charge. I'll write it here. COOR, COOR. You have PH, CH. Now this carbon will get a negative charge. Okay. You have C double bond O, OCH3. Now this proton, which was abstracted by this base, will come and attack on this carbon. So the product you get is, okay, I'll write the product here. So the product you get is, sorry, this has one hydrogen. The product you get is COOR. This carbon has a hydrogen. This is CHPH. This is CHPH. This becomes CH2. When this H plus attacks here, it becomes CH2. So CH2. C double bond O, CH3. C double bond O, OCH3. So this is the product we get. Okay. Let me check if everything is fine. You have C, C double bond O, CH, CH, PH, CH2, C double bond O, CH3. Okay. So this is the mechanism of Manish reaction, and this one is the adduct or product form. Hope you have understood this. Now let us do two important examples based on Manish reaction. Those examples are very important because those examples are considered as the applications of Manish reaction. So these are the important applications of Michael addition reaction, that is synthesis of aconitic acid and diamidone. This aconaic acid, it is an important intermediate in citric acid cycle that happens in our body. Okay, so intermediate in citric acid cycle. And this dimidone, it is used to detect the presence of this CHO, aldehyde group, in organic compounds, and it is also used as a catalyst in synthesis of transition metal complexes. Okay. Catalyst. So let us see how do we synthesize this aconaic acid and dimidone based on the Michael addition reaction. Now let us first start with this aconaic acid. Okay. If you look at the structure of this aconaic acid, you can easily guess that this portion could be from the Michael acceptor and this portion could be from the Michael donor, because we know that Michael donor, it can form only a single bond with the beta carbon. So therefore this cannot be the Michael donor because it is forming a double bond. Okay. Therefore this can be the Michael donor and this might be the Michael acceptor. And there is one more thing that you have to notice. After this addition of this Michael donor, you have the double bond present between alpha and beta carbon. That means, sorry, it is the other way around, alpha and beta carbons. That means before this addition, there might have been a triple bond between these two carbons, right? So the Michael acceptor can be C, triple bond C, COO, COO. You cannot have H in this position, because if you have H, you know that we have a base in the reaction mixture, and this base, instead of taking the proton from this Michael donor, it abstracts this proton, because this proton is more acidic than the proton which is present in the Michael donor. Therefore, you have to replace this H with some other group. Here I am replacing it with the ethyl group. Okay. So this is your Michael acceptor and this is your Michael donor. There should be two withdrawing groups on Michael donor, only then this proton will become acidic. In the product, we have only one COOH. Let us see how did they remove this other COH further. Okay. So we have base. Let us take sodium ethoxide and let the solvent be ethanol. So this base, it will abstract a proton from here, right? So this becomes CH minus COOET, COOET. Now any of these carbons can act as alpha carbon. So let me expand this. Okay. So it is C double bond O, OET. This is alpha and this one is C double bond O, OET. Let this be beta. So what happens? This carbon ion, this bond shifts here, this will shift here. Now this becomes a nucleophilic center. Okay. Therefore, this nucleophile go and attack on this carbon. Now, what you get is, when this attacks on this carbon, you get C. Now, here we have only double bond C. You have a double bond between this carbon and this carbon, and you have O minus here. You have O ethyl group. And here you have C double bond O, O ethyl group, and this carbon will get bonded to this beta carbon and you have CH, or this carbon you have two COOET groups. Okay. We know that this proton, it is abstracted by this base, right? So when this negative charge on this oxygen shifts here, this bond will shift on this carbon and this carbon will get a negative charge. So this proton from this base, it will come and attack on this carbon. Okay. So what you get is this product. You have this carbon here and it has COOET group on it, C double bond O, OET. There is a single bond between this carbon and this carbon, so you have a single bond between this carbon and this carbon. Now you have H plus which has attacked on this carbon, so it becomes CH. So there is a double bond. Now there is a single bond between this carbon and this carbon, so you have CH. There is one COOET group on this carbon, and you see there are two ester groups on this carbon, third carbon. So if you want to convert this COOET groups into acid groups, that is COOH, then you have to hydrolyze. Okay. On hydrolysis, these ester groups will be converted into acid. Okay. And if you have two esters on a single carbon, then on hydrolysis, decarboxylation of one CO2 will also take place. I will show you how. On hydrolysis, you get this CH, you have acid on this carbon, double bond C, you have COOH after hydrolysis, and here you have CH, and on this carbon you will get two acid groups, right? Yeah, all the bonds are satisfied. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, right. So how do you remove carbon dioxide from this group? See, on hydrolysis, the carbon decarboxylation takes place. I'll show you how. This acid can be written as, I'll write it this way, C double bond O, OH. This group is C double bond O, O minus, and this proton is acidic, right? When this negative bond, it shifts here, this bond will be broken, and this electrons will be transferred to this carbon. Now this H plus will go and attack on this carbon. It becomes CH2 and one CO2 will be removed. Okay. So minus CO2. And what you get is, let me write it here. So the product is, it's better if I write it somewhere here. So you have CH and one acid group on it, double bond C, and one acid group on it, single bond CH2, because this H plus has attacked on this carbon, it becomes CH2, and one acid group on it, CH2 COOH. So this is our aconidic acid. Okay. Now let us see how do we synthesize dimidone using this Michael addition reaction. Now let us guess the Michael acceptor and Michael donor from the structure of dimidone. If you consider this carbonyl group as electron withdrawing group, then this carbon will become an alpha carbon and this carbon will become a beta carbon. So what you have is C double bond O. Now at the right side you have CH2 group. Then before the reaction, this might have been a CH3 group. Okay. So you have an alpha carbon and beta carbon. There must be a double bond between alpha and beta carbon, and you can see there are two methyl groups on this beta carbon. So you have two methyl groups. And to satisfy the valency of this carbon, I will put one hydrogen here. So this is your Michael acceptor. Actually this is a well-known compound and it is called mesitile oxide. Okay. Mesitile oxide. So here for Michael donor, you have one CH2 and C double bond O. This might have come from this popular Michael acceptor, which is diethyl malonate. Okay, CH2 C double bond O OT. Okay. So in presence of base, let us take sodium ethoxide as base. What will happen? This Michael donor, it will give a proton to this base, and a carbene ion will be generated. So this is the carbene ion. So this carbene ion, it will attack on this beta carbon, right? This is the alpha carbon and this is the beta carbon. This bond will shift here. This bond will shift on this oxygen, and this carbene ion, it will attack on this carbon, okay? Because after shifting this bond, the electron density of this carbon decreases. Therefore, it becomes a center for attack of nucleophile, okay? So this nucleophile will come and attack on this carbon. So what you get is, here you get C double bond O minus, there is one CH3 here, and here you have a double bond between this carbon and this carbon, so you get double bond CH. Here it becomes a single bond C, CH3, CH3, and this carbon will attack on this carbon, so you get C. There are two ester groups on this carbon, COOET, and there will be one H, okay? So this is your product, and then this, there is one more step. This electron, it will be shifted here, and this bond will be shifted on this carbon. So this carbon will get a negative charge. Now the proton from this base, which was abstracted here, it will come and attack on this carbon. Now the product is C double bond O, CH3, single bond CH2, because one more hydrogen is attacking on this carbon, that is proton is attacking on this carbon, therefore it becomes CH2, single bond C, you have two methyl groups, and you have CH, C double bond OOET, CH, and C double bond OOET, okay. So this is your product, but the reaction does not stop here, because you still have the base in the reaction mixture, and you know that this is an alpha carbon and these protons are acidic, because these CH groups are active CH groups, therefore these protons are acidic. Now this base can abstract a proton from here, so what you get is this one. You get C double bond O, CH2 minus, and CH2, single bond C, CH3, CH3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. You have CH, COOET, and C double bond OET. Now you see that there is a nucleophile and there is also a nucleophilic center on this in this compound, right? So what this nucleophile will do? It will go and attack on this nucleophilic carbon, because this oxygen is electronegative, more electronegative than carbon. It will draw the electrons of this double bond towards itself. Then this carbon will become electron deficient, right? Therefore, this nucleophile will go and attack on this electron deficient carbon. So what you get is this one. You have C double bond O. You have this CH2, and it is attacking on this carbon which has O minus and OET on it. And this carbon is bonded to CH, which has COOET, and this carbon is bonded to the carbon which has two methyl groups. So this is bonded to this CH2 carbon. So there is a bond between these carbons, okay? So what you have got is this now. Then what happens? This bond will shift here, and this OET will be eliminated. Okay. So what you get is, let me write it in a stick model so that I can save space. You have CH2 here. So you have this. You have two CH3 groups on this carbon. So, and you have a double bond on this carbon, and here you have a ester group. Okay. So when you hydrolyze this compound, you will get an acid. Okay. So this compound on hydrolysis, it will become COOH double bond O. Okay. So if you want to remove this carbon dioxide from it, you have to carry the decarboxylation. That is, you just simply have to heat it a little and the CO2 will be removed. So what you get is, I'll write it here. So after decarboxylation, you get double bond O here at this places and two methyl groups on this place. This CO2 will be removed. This H plus will attack on this carbon. Okay. So this becomes CH2. So this is dimidone. Okay. And this is how you synthesize dimidone using Michael addition reaction. Okay. I hope you have understood this mechanism. After the formation of this Michael product, what happens is, these protons are acidic in nature and you have base in the reaction mixture. So these protons will be abstracted by this base and you get a carbene ion. And you also have this nucleophilic center present in this compound. So this carbene ion will go and attack on this nucleophilic center and this OET will be eliminated. Okay. And you have one COOET on this group, one ester on this carbon. Okay. How do you get rid of this? First you do hydrolysis and convert it into acid. Then you heat it to do decarboxylation. Here the carbon dioxide CO2 gas will be eliminated and what you get is this dimidone. Actually the problem is I'm not able to use this space properly. I think I'll gradually learn this and I think this is enough for today's class. But one more thing, if you have any doubt regarding this Michael addition reaction, you can communicate with me through the comment section. Okay. Thank you so much.